The mountain itself lies to the east of Mount Carmel in northern Palestine, surrounded by a vast plain that stretches from the Mediterranean Sea eastward across the northern region. This location, deemed by Napoleon as the greatest natural battlefield in the world, offers ample space for the armies of the world to engage in their final confrontation. The prophecy in Joel 3 verses 2 further supports this vision. It said, "I will also gather all nations and bring them down to the valley of Jehoshaphat." Then in verse 9 it continues, "Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all men of war draw near, let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords, and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. Assemble yourselves, and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord. Let the heathen be awakened, or let the Gentiles be awakened, and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat. For there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. Put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come, get ye down, for the press is full, the fats overflow, for their wickedness is great." This is a description of events for the Gentiles leading up to the return of the Lord. It is referred to in verse 2 and verse 12 as taking place in the Valley of Jehoshaphat. Now the Valley of Jehoshaphat was that portion of Palestine that went from Jerusalem over to the east of Jordan and then northward. It was the trade route from Jerusalem up to Assyria in the north. This is the second part of the land of Palestine that is going to be crossed and recrossed by these marching armies. The campaign will reach the Armageddon on the north to the Valley of Jehoshaphat on the east. Joel 3 verse 14 to 17 tells us the same thing as Matthew 24 verse 29 to 30 and Acts 2 verse 15 to 20. The sun and the moon will be darkened shortly before Christ returns to save Israel from the armies gathered in the Middle East. Multitudes, multitudes in the valley of decision, for the day of the Lord is near in the valley of decision. The sun and moon shall be darkened, and stars shall withdraw their shining. The Lord also shall roar out of Zion, and utter his voice from Jerusalem, and the heavens and the earth will shake. But the Lord will be the hope of his people, and the strength of the children of Israel. So shall ye know that I am the Lord your God, dwelling in Zion, my holy mountain. Then shall Jerusalem be holy, and there shall no strangers pass through her any more. In the 14th chapter of Zechariah, verses 1-9, we have more information about the Battle of Armageddon and Israel's deliverance, which we have already quoted in chapter 3. Zechariah 8 verse 3 and 7 tells us about Christ's return to save the city of Jerusalem from the armies of the east and west, and of the city becoming a city of truth. Thus saith the Lord, I am returned unto Zion, and will dwell in the midst of Jerusalem, and Jerusalem shall be called a city of truth. Will save my people from the east country and from the west country. In the dimly lit council chamber, Lord Arian presides over a gathering fraught with unspoken anxieties, as flickering torches cast long, dancing shadows across the faces of his advisors. A cacophony of conflicting opinions fills the chamber, each advisor vying for Arian's attention, their voices laced with subtle political agendas and veiled deceit. Young and burdened, Arian listens intently, his brow furrowed in concentration as he navigates the treacherous currents of political intrigue and conflicting counsel. Amidst the swirling currents of political intrigue, Arian remains steadfast, his resolve unwavering as he prepares to make a decision that will shape the fate of his realm. Lord Arian's arrival shatters the village's silence, the dust swirling around dilapidated huts mirroring the villagers' shattered hopes. Gaunt faces and pleading hands of the village children, their ribs visible, portray the stark reality of hunger and desperation. Arian, Witnessing the suffering, his expression hardens with the weight of responsibility, a silent acknowledgement of the village plight. The clatter of Arion's armor echoes in the village square, amplifying the unnatural quiet as he dismounts, signaling a moment of reckoning. Silent accusations hang heavy in the air as Arion walks among the villagers, the weight of his decisions a crushing burden.